How's it going? My name is Bill McCamley. I'm a state representative from Las Cruces here in New Mexico. This is my hometown. And I just have a short message as we move forward into the political election season. And that message is this. I know it's easy to criticize politicians. I know there's a real mistrust of elected officials by a lot of people in the United States right now. And there's some valid reasons for that. There's a few politicians that really lose track, they lose sight of the reason they got into the job to begin with. And there's a real small amount that actually sell their influence and their power for monetary gain. But most people, and I would say this is the case from offices like the school board all the way through the president, they care. They really think they have something to offer to the community around them and make it a better place. And a lot of times people have to make sacrifices. And here's my story, right? So I was elected as student government president in 2000 at New Mexico State. I've been a county commissioner. I've been a losing candidate for Congress and the Public Regulation Commission. And this is my second term in office as a state representative. So the job situation in my town is really poor, which is one of the reasons I ran for office in the first place, but it means it's tough for me to find a job. As many of you know, state legislators don't get paid. And so for us to be able to make ends meet, we've got to kind of find varied ways of putting money in the bank. So for me, that means a couple of things. I've been able to find some jobs part-time with people who don't care about my political stuff, which is harder than you think, but also allows some flexibility in the time that is required for the job, so I can also spend time as a legislator. That means those jobs don't pay very well usually. We get $156 a day when we have official meetings, and so that's supposed to pay for hotels and food and all that. And I'll be honest with you, I try real hard to live cheap on the road during those days, so I stay in campgrounds or with friends, and I eat protein bars rather than good meals to be able to put some of that money in the bank. And it's been good enough to allow me to live. I also have to cut my expenses. So I do own a house here in Cruces, but I rent the front part out, and here's where I live, in the back. So there is my bedroom, and there's my kitchen, and there's my living room, and here's my quote-unquote office. There's my computer monitor from 2004 or whatever. So, you know, I live in a studio apartment as a 38-year-old guy with a professional degree, and I gotta admit, it's embarrassing sometimes because you expect society to think of you to do better, but I really like doing what I do. As a state representative, I've been able to work on the marriage equality movement, and seeing a couple of guys who've been together for 40 years be able to get married when they never had before, it was amazing. I really work on a lot of economic development issues, and seeing people be able to get jobs where they might not have in the past because of stuff I did feels great. I work on water and tax policy issues. They're really nerdy, but I really feel like I've got something to contribute with my education and my interest in those things to make the state better. And so it's a sacrifice, but it's one that I want to do. This isn't a woe is me thing. I choose to live here. I choose to not have a lot of money, but I also choose to make my community better. And I would just like to let you know that most people who run for office, they're making that choice too. So as we move in to the crazy season where everyone's going nuts for the elections, please understand that most of the people that are asking you for your vote are doing so because they want to make their towns better. They want to make their states better. They want to make their countries better. And this is important. And I hope that with all the memes that are going around Facebook, like the one I saw where it was like, hey, 2016, stop taking our entertainers and start taking our politicians. You understand that there's a face behind all this stuff, and there's a personal story, and there's a real willingness by most people in office to do good things. So thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all are having a good day. Bye.